Yeah, I want to take you out here and show you what's going on in the patch. Patch is this one on the left. This one is squash, mainly squash type things. Oh, I hear that little train in the distance. It's coming around the bend. On the extreme left there, going across the 4 feet, is acorn squash. And then across the front here to the left, you've got some cucumbers, and to the right, a couple of cauliflower plants. The tall boys in the back, that's all zucchini. And we've been harvesting zucchini and cucumbers and hadn't had any squash yet. Now, last year we had a lot of trouble with these squash bugs. And I'm like Texas prepper. We used to call them stink bugs back in Texas where I'm from. And so what I've been doing this year is watching them real close, go out there with my sprayer that has soapy water in it, and dishwashing liquid is what I used last year. I've got a particular brand I'm using this year that I'm going to show you, a particular mix. I'll put that on here in just a minute. But anyway, when I see a squash bug, I squirt him and then I squash him. Seemed like a good way to handle a squash bug. I was out here earlier this morning and I thinned this patch out a little bit. It may not look thin. You know, my motto is never let a square foot of garden space go to waste. So I plant pretty tight, but I have thinned it out a little bit today. And let's see if we can find some, let's see, I think you can see that cucumber back there. These are the cucumber plants along the front here. There's some more. And these are I don't know how these cauliflowers are going to do. It's kind of touch and go with them. And then of course I said these back here are zucchinis. I believe you can see one back there. We've been harvesting them. They're always a lot of fun. We like them. Now on the right here of the long patch, this patch is like 4 by 32 divided. Well, wait a minute. It's 4 by 16, and this is the tomato patch this year. I think you can see some Comanche purples down here. We got 4 Comanche purple plants. We like them really good. We tried a lot of different varieties last year. Now, why the cage? The cage is because of horned tomato worms that we have here. Now, these are T-bars. Let's see, I've got 3 on each side of the patch. And then I've got this nylon mesh to keep the flyers out of that, to keep the moths and the mockingbirds out. And also on the top I've got a sheet. It's an old sheet that was really really old. I got permission to bring it out here and use it. So it keeps the mockingbirds and the moths that lay the eggs that turn into the worms that we had trouble with, or have had trouble with every year. The 2 plants here on the end, side by side, left and right. The one on the left is nicknamed Whopper, and I'm looking forward to using that on my sandwiches. And the one on the right, these are Better Boys. I think you can see a few of them. They're doing well. Everything's doing well. This is my effort for potatoes this year, and I used the tower method. One of them I ran into with a lawnmower, so that's why it's kind of leaning to the left. But what I did was I had some barrels. So I took one of those barrels that I'm going to use one of these days for rain catchment, and I wrapped it in chicken wire and then trimmed it to size so it'd be easy to deal with. And then the way you plant these is you put, of course you line it with hay, and then you put a bed of hay, and then a little bit of dirt, and you put seed potatoes, then some more dirt and some more hay, some more dirt potatoes, more dirt, hay, and so a couple of these, I think one of them has about 4 levels of plant in it, and the others have 2 or 3. But you can see that, especially this second tower here, it looks like it's going to be ready not too much longer. Back here, this was supposed to be my compost pile, and mint got into it, and I just let it go because I like mint in my tea, and that's something we do here in the South. Put mint in our iced tea. So I just let it go. Got this big boy out and messed with it around Memorial Day. Now this is another bed over here that's same size, 4 by 16. And this particular part of it last year we had a lot of trouble with because of the, I nearly said stink bugs, squash bugs. We call them stink bugs in Texas. And so we used a lot of stuff to try to get rid of them, and I think that bed got a little sick from all the stuff we put in it. So I planted okra this year because it's pretty hardy and takes care of itself, but we still lost about 6 seeds that we planted. And then next to that we've got I think we've got 6 bell pepper plants. I didn't plant any jalapenos this year. And then there's our onion sets. Those are Texas sweet. Some of them are laying over. We've already pulled a few of them, but they're not quite as large as I thought they were going to be. And maybe I'm doing something wrong. If you know what I did wrong, well, let me know, will you? There's one that I took the top off of and just threw over there in that vacant bed. These 2 end pieces here, they're just taking a rest this year, so far anyway. And that's a volunteer, and so he was struggling so hard to survive, I finally just accepted him into the family. And so he's I think it's going to be one of those yellow skinned tomatoes that we tried last year. We tried several different varieties, I think I said already. Now back down here in these pots, we've got some chives, some basil. There's one of my little pollinating buddies down there, wasp. And then my wife planted the Mother's Day flowers that she got. And beside that to the right, that's borage that I had planted in there. Now borage is also supposed to be a deterrent to the horned tomato worms. And so if I start having problems out there, I'll just pick up that whole unit and take it out there and set it beside the tomato patch and see if that'll help. I sure hope so. Well, that's kind of what I got going on here. And hope you have a great day. God bless you. This is the Urban Plowboy. We'll talk again later. Bye now.